Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Yeah, another one. Sure. It comes. Where we saw. Let's do this.
Keep that for the dime novels, honey. I don't read that stuff.
Oh.
The law? I can get by with the law. The law thinks I'm a victim, a sad girl of the streets, a damaged girl, a girl who ain't got no fate and whose daddy didn't love her. My daddy's dead, and all cops are in my pocket, stranger. I will tell you that if I tell you anything. The law is bad for us Roman kids. It does not serve us. But you learn to get that sad, pale girl on. They love that.
Expect shooting to be
Sometimes
this
you gotta
hard.
promise them something more and... Well, I don't say it's pleasant, but you born in a body.
Yeah.
Sometimes people treat you like you need the power taken from it. Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Let's do the ghost story.
Just what I asked for. That spooky stuff gets my heart going like a good hand sometimes do. What do I want? What do anyone want? I want to be claimed wholesale by something. I want to be consumed. I want to be won. I want to be the beautiful score, the desire and respect on someone's lips. Hell, maybe I can find a job, maybe in some dive bar, serve the old men who will become my friends for life. Get complex somehow with people who are warm. But maybe I'm too blind. Hey, got any exciting stories? Like the movies?
Let's see what we got here. Exciting. That's exciting. For them. It's spooky, that's not. That's not kind of exciting.
Honey, thrills is the stuff I live on. That one will keep me going. I won big back in Reno and I got obsessed with luck. I was drinking absinthe at the time and
Damn.
smoking only darn European cigarettes that made me cough like a mule, and boy, after that win, I drank the green fairy good and smoked like a redwood bonfire. And you know what I learned? I learned to pick my tables and expect music on the jaw. Shit. Got any stories with ghosts or murderers or blood or something like that?
Let's see. That's ghosts.
God damn, you're giving me the chills, sweetheart. I spent a night in jail once, and it were nicer than a prospect of going back to where I was born, you know, just to become what my mom always wanted me to be. When I was 12, she caught me kissing a girl once, and I felt like I would never get out of all the strands of her red-as-hell fury. I said to her, "But you said I ain't to kiss no boys, and I ain't." But she and I both knew that ain't what she meant. Next time, let's up the stakes, shall we?
Sure.
Why don't we spend some time with bourbon and 5-card stud? You bring the bourbon, of course. And when the moon's fuller, I might let you in on some secrets on life. Have you any?
Always. Damn, that went well.
Well, I'm gonna scrawl my name on the bare bones of
The lightning starts in the next valley over. Then the wind picks up.
We
The
see
long
this one.
grass hisses, and suddenly, it's raining so hard you can barely breathe without a hand over your mouth. The lightning momentarily illuminates a farmhouse on the opposite hilltop, the only one for miles.
Okay, this
Much
is different.
closer, though, is a silhouette of a dilapidated barn. It's mostly dry here. Perhaps that's why every corner of the barn has a soaked, silent traveler crouching in it. 15 or 20 of them, all staring in your direction, all blinking, all curiously dressed in the same brown coat. One silently points you to a spot of your own.
Let's see what's happening. But yeah, it's kinda...
They scurry back and
Yeah.
forth across the floor of the barn all night long, whispering to one another. When you wake, it's late, and every single one of them is gone, along with some of your cash.
except the
Okay.
wind and the sea. And when I'm cold and empty, waters of this land, and by I'll see them far and long. When the night come down for to take me hand in hand, this will be my tale
Okay.
of a grand song. Yeah,
The woman finds you as you wander the streets. "Come with me, child," she says, looking you up and down. "We're going to church."
Same picture as before. Sure.
You follow her to a simple clapboard building. There's no steeple, but a cross is painted on one side.
Okay.
Inside,
Let's
after a
go.
rousing sermon, you're treated to a meal and given a worn but clean set of clothes. Works and not faith alone might be the motto of this place.
Interesting. See this. Listen to this. Alerts the boy loitering outside the grocery store. He works his way through the long, strange story about Bottomless lake of clean water. There, he finished. What do you think? Wait a minute. Holy shit. You know the story. Goat by Christine. Great story.
At my worth, I won't leave much to find that can be found.
You wait in a soup line for over an hour. It's barely crawling along. You round the corner of the building and see far away the lone pair of nurses struggling to ladle out the soup to hundreds. Gonna be waiting here for a while, sighed the mother in the line beside you. Seems like it. You and her get talking. After a while, topic drifts into a strange place and she starts telling you about a sugarcane farmer who took the criminals from the jails. Oh, worked them into his field until they died. Interesting, you recognize the story. I know the story. But Toby like, oh, but Toby's too hungry to smile. Damn.
Well, I'm gonna cast my stones o'er the waters of this land, and by I'll see them far and long. When the night
This looks sane.
down for to take me hand in hand, this will be.
You pass a meadow where migrants have made a campsite. It's been trampled to pieces. A few families are fleeing, running as fast as they can back up to the roadside. An enormous bull stretches himself beside some of their squashed supplies. You inch close. As you're about to grab a bundle, the bull grunts and locks an eye with you. In a voice so like the sound of far-off thunder, you wonder if you've imagined it. He says, "Sorry."
Damn. This one changed.
A bus roars up on the road behind you and slows to a crawl at your side. Inside, you can barely see people moving, dancing, swaying. Strings of lights, strange smoke.
Strange smoke.
Want a ride?
The driver calls. Before you can open your mouth, a huge hairy hand, like an animal's paw, lands heavy on her shoulder. "Not this one," a voice growls, so deep it vibrates your rib cage. The driver shrugs and leaves you in a cloud of perfumed exhaust.
Damn. Strange boss. That was me. I think there is a lot of similarities. Husband leaning against the wall of this hardware store. I remember this. Smoking and chatting. Have you heard this one? Group citation. Yeah, I think we had. Of the trickster who lures humans with magic stones. Girls with the blueberries. Interrupting another. Yeah, we had this one. The sad story. Sounds wild. Let's take this one. Jimmy. Austin, welcome.
Evening.
Bye,
there.
Austin.
You looking for a sermon or just a chat?
Maybe a story or two.
Don't really matter, frankly. First thing I ever learned behind the pulpit is that every homily is just a conversation. Ain't as one-sided as you might think, either. Preachers ain't shepherds, they're cowboys. They gotta run with the flock, keep them directed without fencing them in. So how about you take a seat and guide us somewhere.
Ain't that your job?
Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Sure. Okay, let's see. Creepy meal seems good.
Tearjerkers need a little more truth in them, I think.
Oh. Didn't expect that.
Sadness? No. Preacher ain't allowed to be sad, except for a certain sort of sadness. You understand? We have to be salve. We have to lift up the community, challenge injustice. Folks like me can't be sad for ourselves when it's the congregation that really hurts. Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here.
Okay. Let's go with where it is.
Oh, you could rattle a congregation's bones, I bet. Family? My family was my father. Pops was a catch wrestler. You know, a real fighting man. Used to drag me around, town to town, brawling with whatever local pretty boy they'd put in the ring. He lost a lot, frankly, but had a mean crucifix lock. Lately, my journey's been pretty ordinary, just walking church to church. What about you? Been on any adventures?
Thrilling story. What was the one of thrill?
I swear I ain't heard a story good as that in a long minute.
Nice.
Luck? Forget about luck. Think about necessity. See, you focus on luck, you end up dreaming about what-if scenarios. But ain't nothing promised. You hear me?
Yeah.
Instead, think on what you know you can do, what you have to do. And learn to do it right.
Smart.
Hey, do you have any spooky campfire tales? Feels appropriate out here, right?
Yeah. I don't know what this story goes for. Sad? Silent Twins. Let's go with Silent Twins.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one.
What do you mean for a second?
Bondage? Yeah. Met my daddy's daddy once.
Hmm. Oh, I thought there was more.
One time is all I needed to know that some chains ain't ever coming off. Don't matter what sort of proclamation a white man in a suit makes. Anyway, why don't you tell me a scary story? You must have heard some good ones.
Yeah. Let's see this one a little bit.
Oh, you got me for a second with that one.
Trying to switch a little bit up.
Love? Well, I've had long, cold nights, and hot ones too. Paris was.
Hurts.
Well, the point is, I'm the same as anyone else. But nah, haven't settled down yet. Too busy with another sort of love. Well, I gotta get moving on. I have a sermon to give in the morning, and the church is a long night of walking that way.
Okay.
Walk like you're blessed, child. Cause even if you ain't, that's the only way you'll find your holy self.
Walk like you're blessed. Damn, that sounds good. You want to go talk to him again? He's right there. I'm gonna kinda like the stories, but let's see what's up. Ooh. Damn, nice music. The tiny motormouth is eagerly sharing the details of the strange tale with her brother as they loiter outside the store. The boy listened rapidly, eyes growing larger, mouth hanging open like a fish. She's telling of haunted meal operated by the ghosts. Nice. You try to hide your surprise. The story of creepy meal the Russian girl must have heard is embellished, to say at least. But hey, it's a good story.
Down to the river, gonna cleanse my soul.
Let's go talk to the guy again.
The river, gonna cleanse my soul. That current gonna take firm hold of me. That water gonna make me whole. Going down to the river, gonna cleanse my soul.
Oh, another one here.
Won't heed temptation. I just walk on by.
The waitress at the diner is sharing outlandish tale with one of her regulars. I heard it from my sister-in-law, she said. It happened to her daughter friend, it's true. Notice you listen. Hey, have you heard this one before? Which one? Story about a deer which chose death over enslavement. Aww. Halfway through you realize it's a story about white deer, but highly embellished. What do you think about that? It's an interesting tale. Sure is. And true, every word of it. I can bet. Check this one. Oh, same one. Same exact line. Which one? It's gonna be a different story. It's about two brothers who wander seeking one another for 50 years. That's how story goes, from 30 to 50. After you realize the story about two brothers who reconnected after 30 years. Interesting tale, and true, every word of it.
Yeah, when it gotta through a wall,
Oh, another one.
we gonna tear it down.
Waitress again? Oh, no. The long black car drives up in front of the hotel. Out step a woman, extravagant hat and a coat. Yeah. Followed by the whole crowd of hangers on. Well, she's a singer, an actress. You don't recognize the face, but to your surprise, you recognize the story she's telling. In sharp transatlantic accent, she's telling everyone in her party a story about Casey Jones, the fastest railroader in America. It's clearly a story of Casey Jones. Theatrical how the word change. Keep listening. Isn't that something? Nice. Again? Those two locations gonna change all the stories in the game. After gossiping for a while about weather and crops and the state of the world, all bad and getting worse, it takes a different tack. You look like someone who likes a good story. Yes, I do, he wheezes. Try this one for a size. After a lot and repeatedly clearing his throat, he tells a story about the revenge of the passenger pigeon. Sounds like a story of killer pigeon, but with some parts changed and other parts added. Conclusion of the tales. Give him praise. Yeah. Okay. Another one! I'm gonna change all effing stories. The man can barely wait to get through the pleasantries before asking if you heard the story. 110% true, he says. I heard it from my nephew and happens to someone he knows well. Sure. The man launches into his telling. It's Polish. He's obviously done this many times before. Tells the story of arsonist who burns down the gambling dens all over the country. He recognizes the bones fire poker gaming because hotel in Atlanta. Embellishment. Nice. You thank the man and move on. Good story. Oh my god. Okay, last one. I don't care what's next. You share this bus stop with the old man who shifts from foot to foot, doubling his suspenders and watching the passing traffic with anxious focus. Hey, he blurts suddenly. Wanna hear a good story? Sure. With the air of a man who distracts himself from something, he stumbles quickly through the tale about strange color from outer space, confusing himself now and again, backtracking, adding new details out of order. You barely piece together a story. Twisted version story of cloud tingling with... Damn. Massively changed.
Heels into